Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. Today I am talking all about my Valentine's Day eyeshadow palettes, and I'm so happy because I could talk about eyeshadow all day. So if you want to see the Valentine's Day palettes I have in my collection, keep on watching this video. Let me know what you think. You probably have some of these palettes. Definitely consider subscribing and joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So I'm actually halfway through watching my friend Dr. Ash's video doing the same thing. And she was talking about how she thought maybe she had like 5 palettes or maybe 10. And, you know, she ended up having way more than that. So I have to finish her video. But I was kind of thinking the same thing until I pulled out my palettes. And yeah, it's definitely more than 10. So after I show you the palettes, I am going to pick one and do a look with. So hopefully you'll like that. So let's just go ahead and get started. And these aren't going to be in any order. Let's start with the Huda Beauty New Nudes palette. This is definitely a great Valentine's Day palette, especially if you like pinky mauvey tones. These are one of my earlier palettes. The only thing I don't like about them are these pressed glitters. What I do like about this palette are these shades here that look kind of, I don't know. They're like, I don't know what you call it. Like they're just kind of mixed. They remind me of the shades that are in the Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette, but they just come up as one color, but they're very pretty shades. This is a great palette. Definitely haven't pulled this out in a while, but if you have this palette, you are all good for Valentine's Day. Don't really need to buy anything. And here's the thing with these Valentine's releases, like they need to release the Valentine's Day stuff sooner because the way this mail is set up, by the time you get your palette, Valentine's Day will have come and gone. And most of us aren't going anywhere anyway. Well, I know I'm not. Some of y'all might be because some of y'all outside is already open and y'all, let me stop saying y'all. Some people are, you know, doing their thing, which is fine. No judgment at all. It's just my comfort level at this time. So please respect my privacy. Next we have by Colourpop, the Wine and Only palette. So I recently purchased this when Colourpop had a sale. I do think this sold out, but hopefully it will come back. Haven't used this yet, but I have seen great things from this palette. Didn't need this at all. Let me tell you why I didn't need it. Let me tell you why. Hold on. I didn't need it because I have the Valentine's Day Colourpop palette from last year, which is the All That Pressed Powder palette. This palette is another palette that is perfect for Valentine's Day. Now some of these colors up here are going to be a bit light. Now there is one pressed glitter. This red shade down here is like it's not a glitter, it's like a foiled shade, and I believe at the time this was a new formula for them. I kind of don't see me using this palette anymore for some reason. Oh, I know, because I have a lot. So that's that for all that. Next we have my 2 Sweet Shops palettes by BH Cosmetics. We have Cotton Candy and we have Cherry on top. If you need something for Valentine's Day, this could be your jam right here. You can do these pinks, you can do these purples. I mean, I don't necessarily think Valentine's has to be pink, but you know, it could be whatever color you need it to be for your Valentine's Day. I prefer the grungy stuff, but this palette right here, oh my God. This is a great palette. This right here, this maraschino shade. I can't. So we have those. So if you have those, you don't need to buy anything for Valentine's Day looks. Okay, this is a Chanel Quad Les 4 Ombres. This is 364 Candor at Seduction. So I actually love this one. I bought this when I was like feeling myself a little bit. Anyway, this is a very, very beautiful quad, and I just love the looks that I've created with this. I mean, it's pretty much like a red smoky eye, and it's very nice. This will probably be the only Chanel quad that I will own, unless one falls into my lap. All right, another Huda Beauty palette. Here we have the Naughty Nudes palette. I love this palette. This is like a deeper Valentine's Day look that you can create, but ew, what happened to the, see, that slippery shade. She just shouldn't have. Look at that, y'all. Look at that slippery shade. Ew, a mess. Like, why does it look like that? I hate it. I don't like it at all. And that shade did not perform well on my eyes, like, because I have like those fat hoods. It just really creased really bad. So I won't be using that. But like the shade here, Desire, is beautiful. We have Shameless, and just the whole theme, like Naughty Nudes, Valentines. Did y'all know it was a shade in here called Hard? Because I don't think I knew that. Okay. Anyway, I think this is a great one. I think this would do great for Valentine's Day looks if you were able to catch this one. Let's move on. Palette number 7 is by Spoiled Lips Cosmetics. This is called R.I.P. My Youth. Damn. And I'm about to be 42, so yeah. Not 42. I'm about to be 42. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's this. Now, I'm trying to see and talk. So this palette is beautiful. I've already used this one, and it's got these 2 highlighters at the bottom. I don't care for this black glitter, but what I do care for is this glitter here. Now, you might not be able to tell, but these are hearts. And just like the other palette, for my grunge palette, the Ouija palette, has these gooey stars. These hearts are gooey, and they're gonna stay on. They're not gonna fall all over your face, is what I'm thinking. They're gonna stay where you put them. So I think that's really pretty. And then the hearts, you know, that makes it real cute for Valentine's Day. I also like that you can, you know, kind of deepen this up and make it a little grungy if you want to. It's not like it's pink, but you can just alter that. It's got like this is like a duochrome shade right here. It's sheer, but it's like a nice topper, if you can see that. It's a really nice topper. Let me see about this shade. I think this might be I don't think that's a duochrome. Oh yeah, this one is a duochrome too. There's a couple. Like I said, it's not like a huge shifty shade, but I just think it would look really good like over those deeper, like if you smoked it out with that deeper plum shade here, or the black, and then had one of these, like, you know, in the center of the lid. Ooh, this highlighter's pretty too. It's got a little highlighter here. So if you're interested in trying Spoiled Lips Cosmetics, I definitely would recommend it, because like I said, I have 3 palettes by them, and they're all very nice. That's 8. All right, let's continue on. By my girl KKW Beauty. Haven't pulled this one out in a while. This is the Classic Blossom palette, and I believe she designed this after like the cherry blossoms. So this is a very cute palette. This is a good palette for every day. I know, you know, people give KKW Beauty a hard time, but I actually do enjoy her palettes. I'm not saying they are the best. She just released something and I was like, girl. But I did like this one a lot, so keeping it. Okay, by Anastasia Beverly Hills, we've got the Amrezy palette. Okay, this palette looks like it has been through it, but this is it right here. I think this is one of my more underrated palettes. If you look at this little, I don't want this brush to fall out. If you look at this little quad here on the side, and you've got this pink, this deeper pink shade here, then you can just make some nice Valentine's looks with this palette. So go ahead and dig it out if you need a look. Like, I'm gonna be in the house. It's a Sunday too. I mean, I could be my own Valentine. I might get me some, I don't need to get any flowers, but I'll probably get something like, you know, good to eat, have some drinks or something like that. Have like the mimosas and makeup that day. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good. Now, of course, I have to mention the Natasha Denona Love palette. This palette is gorgeous, okay? Like, it's got every shade you need. You've got reds, you've got pinks, you've got purples, you've got this deep purple here, you've got silvers. I think this, out of all of the palettes, this one might be my favorite, like for Valentine's Day, and it should be because it's called the Love palette. That's why I'm like, I mean, I didn't see the need. I know the shades were not exactly the same in the Mini Love collection, but I just feel like if you have this, why did you need those 5 shades? Like, they might not be exactly the same, but you're gonna get the same look. So I totally skipped out on that. What I was kind of interested in was the little cheek palette that came with it, but I really didn't need that. I'm still kind of interested in the cheek palette that actually was released with this one, with the 4, whatever it was. I think there was like 2 creams and 2 powders or something like that, but I passed. I really don't need any more like face products, but the mattes in this palette are just great. It's just a great palette. Like, now I can understand if you don't like pinks and purples, this is not gonna call to you, but it's the perfect Valentine's Day palette. Perfect. So next we have by Give Me Glow, we have Vintage Rose and we have Vivid Rose. So let's take a look at these. Now, I have talked about my Give Me Glow palettes and I've called them scratchy mattes, but I've said this before, I just putting them on, like they just didn't feel as smooth, but I still like the looks that I got with them. I also want to mention that I believe these are pressed pigments, so I do think you may have to work with them a little bit differently than you would work with your traditional eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to give these another try. School don't start back up until 12:30. Hold on. Now y'all know it's my lunch break now. School don't start back up until 12:30. It is 12:06 and he hasn't even been to school today. Talk about how I miss Chambers. The shimmers in this palette are great. You are gonna need like a glitter glue because they can be a little flaky, but if you can see, like this is Copper Rose. Look how beautiful that shimmer is in this palette. Like they are just, this color story is, it's really good. And I've said it before, that's what I really wish Pat McGrath did with Rose Decadence, but look how beautiful these shimmers are. Now, Vivid, why won't he hang up? You know, I just be trying to be great sometimes. Like I want to be great. So this finally arrived. Look at this color story, y'all. Like you can't help but love this, okay? And I did use this palette like, you know, off camera and came up with a great look. But this shade, Pedal to the Metal, y'all, look at this. Pedal to the Metal. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they look better in person. This is, I'm gonna show you Pink Rose. Oh, so we have Pink Rose, Guns N' Roses, which is this one. Like these shimmers are, they are gorgeous, they are. So like I said, I was able to make a great look with this palette. I mean, look how pigmented Pretty Peony is. Pop of Pink. These are just great mattes. They just feel a little scratchy, but when I more so patted them in, and I'm not mad at them no more. I'm not mad. Well, not for that anyway. That's a great Valentine's palette. That's, So the next one I have is by Glamlite. Now this was the foodie box that arrived late, so I never really went over it, but you know, this was the holiday foodie box. And this is the Pie palette. So what I love about this palette is you have your shadows and you have your blush in the middle. I just think this one is great. You could do a nice little berry look. You can do a nice little purpley look. You've got your blush. You can add a little gold. So, I mean, again, these aren't just for Valentine's Day, but you know what I mean? Like these will work perfect. Look at this color right here. Mixed berry, very pretty. Yeah, blackberry. I don't know why that's called blackberry. Blueberry. Like these, Glamlite be doing it, y'all. That's those 3 shades right there. If you are interested in getting into indie and you don't mind the food themed packaging, because they got the pie box and everything, Glamlite I think would be a great brand to start with. And the reason why I say that, so it looks like that. The reason why I say that is because they have these foodie boxes and you get like 7 full-size products for about $44 or $45. I just think that's great because they give you a range of products. So you'll get a palette, with this one, I got a highlighter, I got lashes, I got 3 lip glosses, like 2 were liquid lipsticks and 1 was like a gloss. Then I got the Chocolate Factory box. That one had a face palette, it had a donut palette, 3 pairs of lashes, and a lip gloss, something like that, and a highlighter. So it gives you kind of a range of their products. Their lashes are my favorite lashes, the Glamlite lashes, yes. The rest of the palettes all belong to Pat McGrath. All of them. 7 palettes. So let's get started on these 7. First, we have La Vie in Rose. This is one of Pat McGrath's 6-pan palettes. I got this from Macari. It is discontinued. I got it from Macari last year. Oh, April 2020, when I was on my Pat McGrath obsession. This is a beautiful palette. And this shade right here, I think it's Purple Rain. What a great purple. And it's not a matte, it's like a satin. It's a satin purple. So that is gorgeous. You've got your Rose Risque, not to be confused with Risque Rose, the quad. I know that she's had some formula changes with certain shades that may look similar. So you may see some other, you know, bright pinks in these palettes, but I believe the formula may be different, or maybe not, I don't know. But you've got this light pink shimmer here. So this is, if you know, have this one, this is a great palette to pull out for Valentine's Day. And again, Macari, I'm telling you, like, you can find some really good stuff on Macari that is brand new. And I got these brand new. I might have had a shade swatched, I don't know. But it was the only way I could get the palette. You know what I mean? They're discontinued. So for me, you know, wanting to have everything by Pat. Now, what I did not buy was her brand new quad. I just could not bring myself, because I'm showing you all these palettes. I'm about to show you 6 more, because I just couldn't. Like, I just couldn't. But I will get it. Don't get me wrong. I will get it. But I'm gonna try to wait for a sale. Now, next I have the Mothership Mega. I know a lot of people have this. So if you have this palette, you can definitely get some nice Valentine's Day looks from this palette. You've got Fuchsia Shock here. You've got Venetian Orchid. This doubles as a blush. So you've got your blush here. And then you've got, you know, a couple of the shades from the Dark Galaxy palette. Now, Saturnalia, yeah, Saturnalia. I was getting confused with Corruption, because that one's like a red, gold, green duochrome, so that might not be what you're looking for Valentine's Day. But Saturnalia is really good. I mean, like, these 3 colors right here would be good. You've got that deep smoked amethyst shade. So this is a good one. If you have this, you're covered, you guys. There's just no need to buy Valentine's themed, you know what I mean, eyeshadow palettes, you know? Except that Love palette. That Love palette, that was something special though. That's 16. All right, let's continue on with Mama Pat. So next we have the Mothership 7 Divine Rose. Now this one reminds me, no it doesn't. So here we go. We have our Divine Rose. I was gonna say it kind of gave me the Huda Beauty Nude vibes, but it doesn't. When people ask me, should they get Divine Rose 1 or Divine Rose 2? It just depends. Like, do you always like subtle, or do you want that pop of color? Because this one doesn't have the pop of color. And I believe that this palette has several repeat shades in it. So that might not be something that you like. Now, I will say, out of all the motherships, this is the one. This would be at the bottom of the list for me. This shade right here is really pretty. I don't even know the name of that shade. You know why? Because I lost my card when I cannot believe this is like the 3rd palette that I've lost the card in. I'm gonna have to print a card out. And that happened because I was trying to show people my Pat McGrath palettes. This could be a nice highlighter shade right here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think I have a highlighter that color. So yes, this one is great. Now, she doesn't have anything here that could be a blush, but you know, she's got her little Blitz shades, her Astral shades. And I think this palette is just great for every day, especially if you like a more pinky neutral color story. So of course, next I'm gonna show you Divine Rose 2. Hold on. Cause I don't feel like hearing nobody say you got prints on this stuff. So here we go. Okay, it still looks dirty. yeah, hands down to me, this screams Valentine's Day. I know we're tired of the pink. I know a lot of us are. This is a beautiful palette. Again, you have that bright pink Rose Seduction. You have Naked Blush here, which is a great blush shade. You've got your highlighter. You've got VR Sextraterrestrial for my grungy Valentine's Day folks, because you've got that pink with that shift, that green shift. Think y'all can see that? I know y'all might be sextraterrestrialed out, but you know, that was like a big deal when that shade, when people like saw that shade, because there are not a lot of mainstream brands that were including those type of duochrome shades in their palettes. So yes, Divine Rose 2. I'll probably bring this back out and do a look with it soon, because I know, you know, since she just re-released it, some people wanted to get the pink packaging, and I do have several videos using this palette, but you know what I'm saying. I'll bring it out and freshen it up. Ooh, let's drop it. So next we have, I cannot believe I've lost all these cards. This is ridiculous. We have Rose Decadence. Love the packaging on this because it just flips up, although I don't mind the envelope style. Did I need this? Did we need Rose Decadence? No, I actually really like Rose Decadence. I love this shade here, which is called I Don't Know, because I don't have the card. But it's kind of a, like a little bronzy shade. I love that one. I'm kind of starting to like repeat myself with like the Pat McGrath colors. So, you know, now this palette I know was on sale at Sephora, but I think it's sold out. But this is a good one. Like, this is a nice summary or edit. So if you don't...
Hi, Miss Jamers. Hi, Dylan. How did you do your background like that?
Guys, we have like 10 minutes. Can you hang up and come back at 10:30, please? I'm just trying to figure out. Like, y'all trying it. Like, did y'all eat lunch? Do y'all not want to eat lunch? Anyway, this is, I think, sold out at Sephora, but I am gonna need Pat to give us some blues or some greens, some something. All right, so the last two that we have from Mama Pat are quads. Now this first quad is Risque Rose, and I believe this came out at the end of 2019. Now what's special about this is that these are all of her special shades. Now I will say, because these are the special shades, you may not like that because there's no mattes. So with her newer quads, you know, she includes a matte shade. So this look, when you do a look with this, I just feel like it's light. It's a really light look, not a whole lot of depth in this look. So here are the shades here, so you can see. But if you really like Pat McGrath's Astral or Special shades, the 3 quads that she released at the end of 2019, we'll give that to you. She had 3 of them. But again, I feel like these are good partners for the Divine Rose set. But then if you have the motherships, you have some special shades. So this is more of a compliment. I don't really wear this that much. And last but not least, we have, okay, it's Risque Rose. I was gonna say Rose Risque, but we have Risque Rose from the Celestial Divinity collection. And again, we have that bright pink here. Now I think this texture may be a bit different, but you have seen that in several of the Pat McGrath palettes that I've showed you, she's got this bright pink here. So I don't know how many times you need to have it repeated. I don't think they're exact dupes, but they are pretty close. I like this palette for a Valentine's Day look because it's pink, but you don't have to make it overly pink. You know, you don't have to use this bright shade here, Rose Rebellion. You don't have to use that. You can use, what is this, Mig Noir. You can use Life on Mars, and you can use like Lavendering. Lavendering is just, I love this shade because I have the lip gloss and it's just like the eyeshadow version. It's very beautiful. It's It's really pretty though and sparkly. Or you could take Rose Rebellion and you can put, you know, Lavendering or Life on Mars on top of it just to lighten it up. Or, you know, if you want to be bold and you know, really in the Valentine's Day spirit, you can use Rose Rebellion as is and smoke it out with the, what is this, Mink Noir. Put your little Lavendering in the inner corner and Life on Mars underneath the brow bone, and you have a complete look. What I like about these quads was that they were complete looks, whereas I feel like these were like, what do you call it? Like a partner or an accompaniment to a companion. It was a companion to other palettes. So let's see what we have for Valentine's Day. This is a shame. 21 palettes. And I feel like I might have forgotten something somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised at myself if I did, not to mention all of my single shadows. So I didn't really, let me see what time it is, 12. I got 5 minutes. I have so many eyeshadow palettes, as you guys can see, and I really just want to start dipping back into them because I feel like you guys will have some of these palettes. These palettes are good. They're really, really good. So I gotta go back to work. But at some point today, I am going to pick a palette and I'm gonna do a look. Let me just pretend I'm doing that now. So let me get into this look. I'm gonna let the music play and I will come back to wrap it all up at the end. All right, I'll be right back. But then I'll be right back.
Too damn late to reply, so I lost my place in the line to the house of shake, where I was hoping to find a babe. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 225 lucky stars on a cheap visit price for this guy asking me
Okay, y'all, so I'm back. Marky's in here. Oh, you can probably see him right there. But I'm back, y'all. This is the final look, and I really like it. Sorry about the clapping. Oh, look. Okay, I was not expecting this, but I love it. Look at this. Oh my God. Did y'all see that red mascara? Colourpop. This is the problem with me and Colourpop. This is how they get me back every time. They get me back every time. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna have to get ready to go out of here. I already edited the first part of the video and it was like 29 minutes. So I really wasn't trying to hold y'all that long. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and giving it to me. I do hope you enjoy seeing some of my collection because, I mean, I can't wear all the palettes, but I can at least show y'all the palettes, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully you can dig in your stash and shop your stash and see what you have for Valentine's Day because it is on Sunday. So in the meantime, until I see you again, make sure that you are being gentle with yourself, talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all really soon, probably tomorrow. Bye.